I'm Janus Jaguar, and in this video, we are going to do a hands-on review of the game Road Redemption. Remember the game Road Rash 3D? This is the spiritual successor to that game. It is the same exact premise, except it's more violent. You can currently find this game for 20 bucks on Steam. I totally recommend it. I give it a 4.5 out of 5. Even though it doesn't have many bells and whistles, it does what it needs to do perfectly. It is everything that is needed, and frankly, there's quite a bit that could be expanded on. So the game comes with a few modes. It comes with a campaign, and when you beat it, I believe you unlock Campaign Plus, and then you can unlock Campaign Plus Plus. You need to actually beat the game with a certain amount of people, but you'll see it in the when I go and play. Next, we have the Endless, which is exactly what it sounds like, and then we have Quick Play. And then, of course, we have the online play, which is, you can play against people or all that jazz. Quick play is you just pick a track and you play the track. It's a little bit of a time trial. And endless is you just play and you just keep on going. I think you stay on the same track forever. I forget, though. It's been a while since I actually did endless. I do mostly just the campaign. And the only real difference between the campaigns is how hard it is. And then on Campaign Plus Plus, the tracks are randomized. So you can actually... The way the game normally goes is easy tracks are starting and it gets progressively harder with the AI. But you can actually... with Campaign Plus Plus, that will get all mixed up. Now, don't get me wrong. It is still harder on the harder campaigns regardless, but the later guys are harder or more, let's just say, chaotic. Or rather, let's just say that the action's more chaotic in Campaign Plus Plus than it is when it's not. In fact, we're just going to start there. Earlier, this game is potentially 4 players at max, and then we consider when you're playing, you can use a controller or a keyboard. Personally, I prefer a controller, but that's just me. Either one works pretty well either way. And now we can select our bike and our rider. Starting with our bike, the main difference that to consider here is that this is your difficulty in playing the game. So if we start with our bike and we have these 4 basic stats. This is exactly what it sounds like: acceleration, max speed, your nitro boost, and how easy it is to steer. There's several different bikes to choose from, and you'll actually unlock several of them as playing through the game. I highly recommend this one, and I highly recommend this one. And when you unlock it, I highly recommend this one. Next, we would choose our rider. As you can see, the riders, this guy has 100% in health and nitro, another rider will have 75%. And then, as you can see, he has 50% crit, so it takes longer to charge up his critical attacks. This guy gains more money and experience, but has less health. And as you also probably noticed, is at the bottom they have different weapons. These are just your starting weapons. And I'll show you what the weapons look like as we get in. Now that we have our rider selected, now as you can see next to the rider is those 2 medals, a silver and a gold. They are proof that you beat the game with those characters in Campaign and Campaign Plus. And so you can basically keep track of who you use to beat the game with. And once we start, I will explain how the weapons work. As you can see, this is your basic objective map. In this case, we need to get to the waypoint without dying. So this is one of those things, free-for-alls, so we just got to keep on driving. So this is not a race, this is just this is a race to stay alive. This one's pretty simple. This is like it's a free-for-all. This one's fun. Now, as you can see, I have a shovel in my hand. I can also have a sword. The sword will actually chop off heads, and you actually will get double the rewards for decapitations. You also get double the rewards if you use hazards within the level to kill them. As you see, he has a helmet, so that won't work as much. It will do damage, but it won't kill him instantly. As you see that guy with the icon, let's go check those out. Alright, so let's look at some of the icons you will see above your enemies. We will see these red shields, we will see this is a pipe bomb looking guy, this is a health sign, this is money, this is nitro, and that is a peace symbol. So in order, what they mean is this is your ally with the peace symbol, this guy will give you extra nitro if you kill him, and this will give you extra money if you take him out, and this will give you extra HP if you take him out. This guy will be dropping pipe bombs, and then this guy will be dropping, actually this guy won't be dropping anything. And then this one is, I call him the Enforcer. When you fight him, you will have to block his attack and then retaliate against him as a counter to actually take him out. They never have any helmets, so keep that part in mind. It's a good way to get some extra money from them. Next, we will look at our weapons. As you can see, I have this long weapon here, and I also have this sword. The sword can remove their heads. The shovel, if they have helmets on them, is good against them. You also have weapons too, or you also have guns. And you also have explosives. As you can see, this screen right here is showing my objective is complete, and these are some essence of some RPG aspects. So as you can see, I earned some cash and I got some XP. Now we get to go spend our cash. The XP is spent at the end of the game, either if you beat it or you die in the process. It's the only way you can spend your XP, and when you spend your XP, you're expending your XP to make the game easier for you the next time playing through, like an arcade game. And so here's the store, we can buy some upgrades. So I'm gonna do some more damage, gain some more health, gain some more money, up my nitro, up my critical damage. As you can see, I do need health. That is not the normal health. As you can tell, I can probably be very deep in the game. So here's another one. We need to beat the clock. This is a time trial episode. And specifically, this is a hallucinogenic chemical version of the game. So here I'm going to tell you some tips and tricks. The easiest way to take a guy down is to grab him and do that. That's the easiest way to grab him. Conversely, the other easiest way to take enemies down is to hit them with your shovel or your big weapon. It may take a few hits, but it usually works. And when they don't have helmets, use your sharp weapons. The easiest way to take them out with just using weapons is to block and then hit them, like so. If you get into hand-to-hand combat, the easiest way to take them out is to block and then strike. Like, for example. That gives an open opportunity to take them out. Also, if you ever have the chance, if you use environmental hazards, you can get double the rewards too, just like if you were to remove their heads. You can get multiple kills at once. Some levels do have shortcuts. If you're ever low on nitro and you're feeling a little cocky, if you get into a close accident almost, you will get extra nitro for free. If you get into some close calls, you can recover some nitrous. For example. For example. And that's the end of my review, and I give it a 4.5 because it is just everything that it's supposed to be. This is a Unity game, and yeah, so I hopefully they make a part two, but obviously they're not going to make a part two. I miss these type of games, burnout type games too. These really bring me back to having some good time. They can just jump in at any time. That's the perfect type of game this is. All right, see you next time.